Team Clover, we are excited to announce the start of open enrollment on the ADP Workforce Now website. The purpose of the video is to walk you through in detail the steps you will need to take to review and complete your enrollments. You should refer to your own ADP Workforce Now account for current rates and plan information for the 2020 plan year. Before completing your open enrollment, you should have an idea of what changes you would like to make and who you are wishing to enroll in the benefit plans or add as a beneficiary. Items you may need to complete your enrollment are full names, dates of birth, social security number, addresses, and phone numbers. Begin by logging into www.workforcenow.adp.com. Enter your user ID and password, which is the same as your iPay user ID and password. If you forgot your user ID and password, select Forgot Your User ID and Password and enter in the required information to reset your account. If you are still unsuccessful, please contact Ashley Hyder in the HR department. Once you are logged in, a notification will pop up to start your open enrollment process. You may click Start this enrollment, Remind me later, or Don't show this again. You may also access this by selecting the Myself tab, Benefits, Enrollments, and select Enroll Now. Once you have selected Enroll Now, a welcome note will appear. Please read the welcome note carefully. Click Continue. You will begin with the medical benefit on the left side of the screen. All enrollment options will be displayed on the screen for you. You can click on the plan name for additional information about the medical plans. You'll be able to download this information and either save it to your desktop or phone and print the information for your reference. You may also select View Plan Comparison for a side-by-side view of the medical plans. You can also click the provider name for access to their website. First, you will select the plan you wish to enroll into. Then you will select who you'd like to cover by selecting their name below, or if they are not listed below, you will need to select Manage Dependents and select a new dependent. Select Add New, select Relationship Type, and add their information. Make sure to include a social security number. Once all information has been entered, select Save and then Back. If you are waiving the medical plan, select Waive this benefit, and then you'll be required to select a waive reason before moving forward. But for now, we will select a plan. Your per pay period cost will be displayed once you have made your selection. You may also select the drop-down box to view it as a monthly amount or an annual amount. Once completed with this section, you will select Continue to Preview at the bottom of the screen to save your changes. If changes were made, a pop-up will appear. This will show your election that was made, your per paycheck cost, and covered individuals. Click Save and Continue to Next Benefit. This will take you to the dental plan. You can click on the plan name for additional information about the dental plan. You may also select the View Plan Comparison, and then also click the provider name for access to their website. You may choose to select or waive this benefit. If electing, you'll need to select who you want to cover by selecting their name below, or if they are not listed below, you'll need to go to Manage Dependents and add a new dependent. If you are waiving this dental plan, you will select Waive this benefit, but for now we will select the plan. Your per pay period cost will be displayed once you have made your selection. You may also select the drop-down to view it as a monthly amount or an annual amount. Once completed with this section, you will select Continue to Preview at the bottom of the screen to save your changes. If changes were made, a pop-up will appear. This will show your election that was made, your per paycheck cost, and covered individuals. Click Save and Continue to Next Benefit. You'll repeat the same steps for the vision benefit. The next benefit that may appear on your screen is the short-term disability benefit. If you live in a state-mandated state, short-term disability coverage is available to you through your state. Again, you can select the plan name for additional information about the short-term disability plan. If enrolling in short-term disability, an evidence of insurability form will need to be completed. This can be found here. You can either download and print the form or go to the website provided and complete the form online. You may be contacted by a member of the benefits team to collect this information. This enrollment will be subject to Guardian's underwriting process. You'll be notified by Guardian of the status of this benefit. If electing this benefit, you will select plan and coverage level as well. There is only one coverage level to select. If you are waiving this benefit, you will select Waive this benefit, but for now, we will select the plan. Once elected, it will display your per pay period deduction amount along with your actual coverage amount you would receive per week. Once you have finished, click Continue to Preview and a pop-up will appear with your election and your per paycheck cost. Repeat the same steps for the long-term disability benefit. Again, you will select the plan name for additional information about the long-term disability plan. If enrolling in long-term disability, an evidence of insurability form will need to be completed. This can be found here, or you can complete at the website provided. You may be contacted by a member of the benefits team to collect this information. This enrollment will be subject to Guardian's underwriting process, and you will be notified by Guardian of the status of this benefit. Click Continue to Preview to save your changes. Next is the Basic Life Benefit. This is a benefit that is provided to all full-time employees, and the cost of this benefit is 100% paid for by the company. Here you can select the plan name again to gain additional information about this plan. Your coverage amount for this benefit is displayed here. Please do not waive this benefit, but you can add or update your beneficiaries below. You can update the percentage amount if you already have your beneficiaries in the system. If not, you'll have to select Manage Beneficiaries and select Add New. You will select spouse, child, organization such as trust, or person, and then complete the required information. You can change the address if they do not live at the same address as yourself and add their contact information as well. Once completed, click Save, select Back, and then you can update the percentage amounts for your beneficiaries. You can add a primary and a secondary, also known as a contingent beneficiary. This will need to be completed before moving forward. Once completed, click Continue to Preview and a pop-up will appear with your total coverage amount and beneficiary information. Again, this benefit is 100% paid for by the company. Click Save and Continue to Next Benefit. Next is the Employee Life Benefit, where you can select an additional policy amount or increase or decrease your current amount. You can select the plan name for additional information about this plan. If electing this benefit, a Guardian enrollment form may be required, which will be provided to you if needed. If electing or increasing your policy amount, an evidence of insurability form will be required. This can be found here. You can either download and print the form or go to the website provided and complete the form online. This enrollment will be subject to Guardian's underwriting process. You'll be notified by Guardian of the status of this benefit. If electing, you'll click Select Plan and then select a coverage amount. Once the coverage amount is selected, it will display your per pay period amount. Here you can also add or update your beneficiaries just as you did in the Basic Life Benefit. This must be completed before moving forward. Once completed, click Continue to Preview. A pop-up will appear with your election amount and beneficiaries. Click Save and Continue to Next Benefit. You will repeat the same steps if electing spouse and/or child life. You will not be required to list beneficiaries for spouse or child life. If elected, you are the automatic beneficiary for these benefits. You will only need to select plan, who you want covered, coverage amount, and add a new dependent if needed. When electing spouse life, you can only elect up to 50% of the employee coverage amount to a max of $250,000. Click Continue to preview and a pop-up will appear with your election amount and covered individuals. Click Save and Continue to Next Benefit, and repeat the same steps for child life. When electing child life, you can only elect up to 10% of the employee coverage amount to a max of $10,000. Click Continue to preview and review your election, and then select Save and Continue to Next Benefit. You are unable to enroll a spouse or child without enrolling yourself. Next is the critical illness benefit for employee only. First, you'll select the policy amount you want from the left side of the screen. Coverage amounts start at $5,000 up to $25,000. Once you have selected your policy amount, you can then click on the plan name for additional information about the plan. If electing this benefit, a guardian enrollment form will be required, which you can find here. You can download and print this form, and then you may be contacted by a member of the benefits team to collect this information. This enrollment will be subject to Guardian's underwriting process, and you'll be notified by Guardian of the status of this benefit. If increasing your policy amount, an evidence of insurability form may be required, and this will be provided to you by a member of the benefits team if it is. Click on Select Plan, Coverage Level, which would be Employee. There's only one option to select from, and once selected, it will display your per pay period amount. Click Continue to preview and a pop-up will appear with your election, your per paycheck cost, and covered individuals. If electing spouse critical illness, you will select the policy amount that is 50% of what you elected for yourself on the left side of the screen. For example, if you elected A, $5,000 for yourself, you will select A, $2,500 for your spouse. Click on Select Plan and then Coverage Level would be Spouse. You can select your spouse from below or click on Manage Dependents to add your spouse. Once selected, it will display your per pay period amount. Click Continue to preview and a pop-up will appear with your election, your per paycheck cost, and covered individuals. Click Save and Continue to Next Benefit. You will repeat the same steps for child critical illness if electing. If electing child critical illness, you will select the policy amount that is 50% of what you elected for yourself on the left side of the screen. If you are choosing not to elect any critical illness coverage for yourself or dependents, you can skip over this benefit by scrolling down and selecting the 2020 Healthcare FSA on the left side of the screen. Here you can enroll or re-enroll in the 2020 Healthcare FSA plan by clicking on Select Plan. You can select a maximum yearly goal of $2,700. It will display your per paycheck amount. Or you can select a different amount from $100 to $2,700. If doing this, you can select a per pay period amount or an annual amount. Once completed, select Continue to Preview, and a pop-up will appear with your per paycheck amount and your annual contribution amount. Click Save and Continue to Next Benefit. Next is the 2020 Limited Healthcare FSA, which is only if you are going to participate in a health savings account as well. If so, you would repeat the same steps as indicated before. You cannot be enrolled in both the FSA and the Limited FSA. Next is the Dependent Care FSA. You will repeat the same steps as you did for the Healthcare FSA if electing. Next is the Health Savings Account. To participate in the Health Savings Account, you must be enrolled in the Medical Plan Number 3 HDHP. If so, you can select the plan and repeat the same steps as you would have for the Healthcare FSA. If setting up a health savings account for the first time, a separate form will need to be completed. This can be found by selecting the plan name. You can then download and print this form, and once completed, please turn in to Amber Clemens. Select Continue to Preview and a pop-up will appear with your bi-weekly and your annual election amount. Click Save and Continue to Summary once you have made all your changes. Here you can view all your enrollments, who is covered, and the cost either by per pay period, monthly, or annual. You can also download your elections made and save as a PDF or print them. If you need to edit a benefit, you can select the plan name or the pencil icon and it will take you directly to that benefit to make your edits. If everything looks okay, you can click Submit Enrollment. No elections or changes will be processed until you submit your enrollments. You can also select Save for Later if you are not fully completed. You can make changes through the end of the enrollment window, and once you have submitted your enrollment, you will receive a confirmation note along with an auto-generated email with your elections. To view your benefits later, you can go to the Myself tab, Benefits, Enrollments, Your Benefits, and select View Benefits. This will display your changes made as pending until they are approved by the benefits team. Once the benefits team has approved your elections, you will receive a message in your message center letting you know they have been approved. If you are currently not enrolled in a medical plan and are choosing to waive medical coverage for the 2020 plan year, you will need to waive the medical benefit and select a waive reason, and select Continue to the next benefit to save your changes. If no other changes are being made, you can simply scroll to the bottom of the enrollment page and select the last plan, which is the 2020 House Savings Account, and click Continue to Summary and submit your enrollment. Please be reminded this is an active enrollment. Everyone will be required to log in and verify and submit your elections. As a reminder, you can change your 401k contribution at any time throughout the plan year. You can only make one change per month, and to make these changes, you can log into your Principal account at www.principal.com. For any questions, please contact Amber Clemens or Stephanie Slimko.